How can we deal with anger and destructive tendencies without destroying our whole lives in the process? This is the life lesson we'll learn from the fourth star of Vedic astrology, Ārdrā, the destroyer's storm. In this series, Life Lessons of the Vedic Nakshatra, we'll discover how life really works by exploring the 27 constellations through the mystical Sanskrit words of the Vedic Nakshatra Sutra. Okay, so as you probably know by now, I'm working on my next Nakshatra book, which is a translation of a certain section of Taittiriya Brahmana, which we're calling the Nakshatra Sutra. It's 27 codified lines, mystical codes about the 27 stars of Vedic astrology and how they function and malfunction. So in this series of videos, we're looking at those sutras and exploring what they teach us about life. So this week, let's discuss what life lessons we learned from the fourth of the 27 Vedic stars, Ārdrā, the destroyer's storm. Now, as usual, let's begin the video by listening to the Sanskrit itself, the original Sanskrit of the sutra, which I recorded with some of the students from the first semester, the first time that I did the Nakshatra Sutra online course. So here it is, the original Sanskrit. Rudrasya bahu mrgavaya purastat iksharo vastat. Rudrasya bahu mrgavaya purastat iksharo vastat. So the Sanskrit is Rudrasya bahu Mrgavaya Prastat Viksharo Vastat. And the basic translation of this is the destroyer's two arms seek hunters to destroy them. So let's explain this, starting with some basic principles, right? The basic thing about Ārdrā, the star Ārdrā, which is the destroyer's storm, is that this is a turbulent, stormy, fierce star. Okay, it's quite different than the previous one, the timid doe, Mrigashirsha, which was very gentle. This one is very turbulent, very fierce. The deva, the god, the divinity in this star is Rudra. Rudra is the destroyer, the howler, the storm bringer. And then the name of this star, Ārdrā, means the one who brings Rudra. It also means the being drenched, being soaked, which implies being covered in tears or being drenched by a storm. So it's not a walk in the park. So now each sutra describes the need of the star and then what the star wants to produce with the thing that it needs. So what's the need of the destroyer storm? The need is denoted by the word mrigavaya. And that word means hunters. Mrigayu, someone who torments deer. Now, what was the previous star? Right before this one was Mrigashirsha, the timid deer, the timid doe. This star needs hunters of timid deers. Mrigayu. Mrigayu means the exploiters, the tormentors, the violators of the timid, of the deer, right? And actually this word mrigayu is used as a name for Brahma, who's one of the most important divinities in Vedic thought, who's the creator. Because Brahma once ventured extremely close, dangerously close to sexual aggression. And so he's got the stigma of this name, mrigayu. Now, what is up with this star of the destroyer storm? It has to do with that type of person, that type of energy that's going to exploit a vulnerable person, that's going to take advantage of a weaker, physically weaker person, that's going to take advantage of a child, that's going to take advantage of something that's innocent. That's what a hunter is, especially the people that go out and shoot deer. And that's what sexual aggressors are. That's what all kinds of terrible, awful, evil people are. And so isn't it strange that there's a star up there in the sky that needs those people? So that might be, weird, like, whoa, what kind of star is this? Is this a star that's going to make me a sexual aggressor? Well, no. See, what does it want to do with those people? What's the objective? Viksharo avastat. It wants to do vikshara. Kshara means to destroy. That's the whole nature of this nakshatra, right? Is destruction. And that's what we're talking about as our life lesson is, what do you do with the destructive tendency, the anger? Well, you need to direct it to the mrigayu, to the people who exploit others, the people who have exploited you, to the people who have taken advantage of you when you were innocent, when you were weak and vulnerable. You got to direct your anger, not your forgiveness. That's all a bunch of bullshit. Turn the other cheek. That's not a Vedic idea very much. Vedic idea is somebody is exploiting you, then kick their ass. Don't sit there and turn the other cheek or think that you deserve it. Okay? That's what this nakshatra is teaching us. What to do with your anger, what to do with your destructive energy, because you're going to get angry for sure if you're being exploited. You're not going to feel peaceful if you're not receiving love. So what do you do with it? You just direct it out to the next vulnerable creature? No, don't do that. Send it back. Destroy the destroyer. Send it back to the exploiter. Destroy the exploiters. And it doesn't even matter if they're creators and big people like Brahma. Brahma is a big god. Everybody has to respect him. But still, Shiva kicked his ass. Shiva is Rudra. Cut off his head. Cut off one of his heads for doing that. So that's what you got to do, folks. That's what you got to do with your destructive power, is direct it to the people that deserve to be destroyed. And it's not just a kshara, but it's a vikshara. Vikshara means to be careful. V is careful, is special. So vikshara means a very careful destruction, a special destruction, a focused destruction. Don't let your anger just fly out of you anywhere. Direct your anger to the place it belongs. Don't let it hit another innocent person. Let it hit the person who hit you. Or even better, if you really want to promote yourself in terms of having a great future, then direct your anger to those who exploit others. That's really wonderful. You see, so anger and destruction is not an evil thing. Somebody might say, why does Hinduism have a god of destruction, Rudra, Shiva? Shouldn't we have gods who are peaceful and nice and beautiful? No, we got the gods of destruction because we're going to kick your ass if you come at us with some evil shit. You need to get out there with your dance of destruction and destroy those people. All right? So that's the life lesson. The life lesson that we learn from Ardra Nakshatra is that anger and destruction has a place. But it has to be focused and used. Don't just let it fly out of you and hit an innocent person. Focus it and use it. Use it to destroy the people who would destroy others.
Don't miss the life lessons from the other 26 star clusters of Vedic astrology. Subscribe to my channel now. And keep your ears up for announcements about the release of this book and the next online classes about it. Thanks.